Body horror is a visual feast of video nasty created and performed by students of the Sir Zelman Cowen School of Music and Performance, the course that swallowed up the Centre for Theatre and Performance at Monash University last year. It's directed by Stephen Nicolazzo and produced by Daniel Lamon. It opens with a nostalgic flashback to the days of video pirating, the one from before they tried to make it look dark and scary, but actually made it look like a rock video clip. You wouldn't steal a car. Well, when you put it like that, maybe I would. This is followed by black and white close-ups of an open mouth, and we watch the tonsils and the uvula pulsate, twisting shoulders, an eyeball, the palm of a hand, all as a menacing soundtrack plays. The human body in close-up can actually be pretty gross. Maybe it goes without saying, but some of this show is NSFW, so heads up there. The performers then appear covered in lots of fake blood and dance to industrial light club music like it's Apocalypse in the 90s. Yeah, like I ever went to a nightclub. Alright, but I've heard stories. There's no linear narrative to body horror. Instead, it's a series of vignettes and images, a tumble of ideas loosely connected to a theme. It's got an almost eat carpet vibe. Okay, here I go again with the 90s references. So retro. There's a section of almost Buto-like movement where the performers struggle to move and fight with their own bodies, as a close mic recording of someone's laboured breathing and eating plays. The horror of being trapped in one's own body is paired with a kind of ASMR nightmare. Another section presents ballet dancers putting on pointe shoes and dancing as the pink satin overruns with fake blood. I'm already cringing before the blood appears. What happens to dancers' feet is criminal. The format here is a great mix of the live and the digital. It's all spectacle, but through the camera it's also intimate. I can't see how this would work as well in a theatre as it does on the screen, but it's no short film either. These last few years of digital performance is seeing an intersection between the aesthetics of the stage and the potential of the screen emerging as lockdown drags on. The opera singer with a mouthful of blood as she sings makes me think how visceral and bloody the classical music, dance and opera industries actually are. A high-contact, brutal form, not unlike pro sports. But, you know, much less well-funded. It's a comparison that's drawn in a bloody fashion later on in the production. There are monologues about perimenopause, imposter syndrome, and the lure of horror movies, youth, and university life. And they mix with a synthy soundtrack, discordant, haunting, and ominous, and sound bites from the old Scream movie franchise. Bedrooms and hallways of red balloons and empty suburban streets at night. There's also an unmistakable dig at the changes to degree structures and the closure of performing arts courses across the country in the last 18 months. Some of the performances don't feel fully embodied, or maybe too embodied, too present, too lost in the act and needing to relax. But then there's an argument to be made that this too, the act of performance, is a kind of body horror. Lighting is striking, all red and blue contrasts, and the production values of the filming and the sound are very high. Everything is clear and crisp. Body horror is beautiful to look at, has a wicked sense of humour, and even provoked a couple of interesting, if tangential, thoughts in this casual observer. It goes to show just how much can be achieved filming from home.